Good day. Welcome to grade 11 Geography class. Today we'll be focusing on paper 2, which is also known as the map work. Uh, Today's lesson is based on the CAPS topic, which is the geographical skills and techniques, and the theme it is the topographical maps, or we can also say the contour lines. The aims of this lesson is that at the end of this lesson, learners must be able to define what is meant by the contour line and what is also meant by the topographical map. The learners should also be able to identify landforms using contour lines on the topographical map. And lastly, name and analyze the elevation by using contour lines. Which knowledge are they going to gain on this lesson or after this lesson? Is understanding the elevation profile of your own terrain or their own terrain or particular landform where they live. The skills they are going to acquire on this lesson is that they will be able to analyze data and interpret maps, since you'll be dealing with a topographical map. The values that they will learn from this lesson is that they will learn respect, accuracy. In respect, we are talking about in terms of respecting other people's choices on residing on this particular area, and in terms of accuracy, we are talking about how accurate is gentle or steep the area they live in. This is the introductory phase. As a teacher, what I'm going to do on this lesson is that I will recap the map work skills and topographic maps from the previous grade as they learned the map work from grade 10, and also ask questions based on their prior knowledge. And what I'm expecting from learners is that they should review the map work skills and topographical maps that I'm recapping on them, and answer the questions that I'm asking them, and also listen to the introduction phase. Obviously, this is an informal assessment, so yeah, it won't need to be a formal thing because it's just a normal lesson. Contour line. What is a contour line? A contour line is a line on a map through points of equal elevation, often height above sea level. Thank you for staying tuned with me. Today's topic we'll be learning about the contour lines. I know many of you are wondering what is this object that you are seeing in front of you. Well, you are just in luck. Geography is the most fascinating and interesting subject in our school. So yeah, this object that you are seeing in front of you here, it is the contour model. This is the model that I'm going to use in teaching and learning you about the contour lines. This contour model, I use the cardboards. I use glue to glue it so that it can stick together, and I've also used the topographical map of Fontaine so that you can have a better understanding about maps, about contour lines, so that you can see the real contour lines on the paper map. First of all, I would like again to explain or define what is meant by the contour lines. Contour lines are the lines on a map that joins places with equal height above sea level. This contour model, there are plenty of landforms here, but I would just like to mention a few of them, probably five. First of all, I would like to come to this contour lines here on these blocks. As you can see, the contour lines on these blocks, they are close to each other. In that case, on geography, when we see the contour lines that are close to each other, we say it is the steeper slope. And when we move here, you can see that the contour lines are far apart from each other. That means the slope there, it is much gentle or it is flat. And many of you are wondering, what is this number representing here? These numbers, some of them, they are representing the height, and some are representing the contour intervals. and the contour interval of this map of Bushfontein, it is 20 meters. So in mentioning the few landforms of this contour model, I would like to start with this first landform here, which is the cultivated land. As you can see, the cultivated land here, this is where our vegetables and fruits come from, where are cultivated. And the second landform here, it is a river, or you can say it is a dam. This is the source of water, where we get our water. So in this case, we can get a river or a dam can act as a source of food. Like we can get fish there. We can also use it to generate electricity. We use that water for domestic and such things. The third landform I would like to mention is the Trig Beacon Station. As you can see here, there is Trig Beacon Station number 5, and its height it is 18,882.8 meters. The fourth landform I would like to mention, it is the spot height here. This is the height of this landform, how tall it is, or how gentle it is. As you can see here, the height of this land here, it is 1,246, which is the spot height, the fourth landform. The last but not least landform I would like to mention, it is right over here, which is the terrace. The terrace, it is also a landform that is found on this topographical map of Bushfontein. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Now we have come to the end of today's lesson. And as a teacher, I'm gonna brief the content to the learners through the PowerPoint presentation and also hand out a homework. What I expect from my learners is that they should listen to the conclusion or the brief and also watch uh, the conclusion on the PowerPoint presentation. And I would like if they could form a small discussion so that they can discuss the today's lesson in their own understanding, so that they can be clear that they understand what they have learned today. Yeah, this is the homework that I'm expecting my learners to complete at home. Then tomorrow we are going to mark it on our next class. Yeah, it is just only 4 questions, and they need to refer to an extract map of breaks on page 58, which is attached on the next slide. Here is the extract map of breaks. Yeah, this is the topographical map that my learners are going to use to write their homework, so that they can have a better understanding of what they have learned today about the contour lines and the topographical maps, and in identifying the landforms in this topographical map. Thank you very much for joining today's session. I just hope you will join me next time on my next class. Thank you very much.